Welcome back, guys. As I mentioned last time, it is amazing to me that it has been a year since I started this channel. Quite a lot's gone on. I did not succeed in most of the goals I'd set for myself this year. That said, I am trudging through. We had a lot of fail forward moments this year. I just kind of want to go over some of the big milestone moments of this last year. Going all the way back to July 4th last year, I actually registered the name Kudu Animation Studios with the Secretary of State here in Mississippi and made this a legitimate business. It was August 7th when I posted the first video here on YouTube. Wow, I went back and looked at it. I was very nervous about being on camera, so I tried to do an interview kind of thing. It was really cringy. I don't know if I've gotten any better, but I certainly feel more comfortable talking to you guys. It was August 11th when I released episode 2, and that is when I released the branding for Kudu Animation Studios as well as Kudu Cartoons, this channel right here. Probably one of the best decisions I've made for this studio is I purchased the Animator Survival Kit book. That was late August. Anybody who ever wants to do anything in animation should invest in that book. It was a fantastic read. I have gone back to it numerous times. Definitely going to be something that will be in my arsenal probably till the end of time. It was October 6th when I actually introduced Eep and Doodle to you guys. Eep and Doodle are characters that I came up with years ago. That honestly, I've always wanted to do a Christmas short with the two of them, but for this channel, my goal was actually to start off doing little 2 to 3 minute shorts with them, silent comedies like Buster Keaton type style. Still want to do that, and that is still priority 1 for me. Shortly after that, it was October 10th. That was when I finalized my trademark infringement issue with the Boy Scouts of America. Everything ended up very amicable. They were fantastic to work with. A lot of it was just misunderstanding, but they worked extremely well with me trying to make things as painless as possible. It did have the effect of pretty much killing my Etsy store, which led to me actually just removing all my product from it. But it was very worthwhile, and they were very, very helpful helping me get through that. It was in November 19th. I was working on an episode for this channel and was trying to export my video out of Apple iMovie, and for some reason it was unable to export. That's when I decided to make the move from Apple iMovie to DaVinci Resolve. That was quite a learning curve. Still learning to use DaVinci Resolve. Fantastic program, great decision moving to it. I believe moving forward in time as I start developing post-production for the videos for this channel, for the animations I do, it has proven to be a great asset. It was November 29th when I purchased my Canva 13 drawing tablet. I went from a Wacom to the Huon Canva 13, which is actually a screen tablet. That has made a huge difference in when I'm drawing on screen. It's been a huge benefit helping me with my digital sketching. See, it was December 28th I finished the Sony Pictures course. This is animation. Again, not a course that's going to teach you exactly how to animate, but what they went through was the animation pipeline for a studio. Extremely helpful getting my mind wrapped around how to move from the beginning to the end and things to think about along the way. It's a free course, and anybody that wants to do animation should sign up for it and take it. See, it was January 6th I introduced my 50 sprints. The idea was to have a targeted goal for me to work through. The idea was to do 1 a week and have a year's worth of animation, 1 sprint per week for videos here. Failed miserably at that. I still have the 50 sprints, about 20% of the way through them, and we'll continue to work through those. It is a goal I set for myself, and I feel like I just need to finish it. As I'm rebuilding the website, I will put that back up there, so anybody that wants to follow along, hopefully I'll have that available for download soon again. Let's see, it was January 13th. I introduced the stunt double for this channel. It became apparent to me that as I was trying to work through animation sequences, working with Eep and Doodle's full characters, there was a lot going on, and rather than focus on trying to make them perfect, I had a simplified character that I wanted to use just to work through testing. It was January 28th when I introduced the winner for our naming contest for our stunt double. And the name that won was Jerry the Destroyer, and to this day he is still our stunt double. and also the character I use to do most of the animation tests that I've been using. See, it was February 2nd when Adobe decided to drop the bombshell that they were going to kill Adobe Animate. It was that night that I made the decision to switch to the new software. I looked around and ended up settling at the time on Tahoma 2D. Adobe ended up retracting and backing up, and Adobe Animate is still available for people, but like me and a large number of animators out there, the action that they put forward killed a lot of trust in people, and I think they just shot themselves in the foot. I just, on principle at this point in time, will not use Adobe Animate. I had actually gotten fairly decent at it. I was making a lot of headway, but the decision to switch software is one I will stand by. I had a number of months where things were just moving along well. I was working on learning Tahoma 2D. Things were going well. It was June 21st when I realized that my websites had gotten corrupted. Kudu Animation Studios and Crazy Kudu. Both had been infected horribly bad. Ended up working with tech support. Took a long time. We ended up getting things sorted out, but part of that sorting was I had to go nuclear and kill both sites completely. After that fun debacle, I made the decision to switch all the communication, emails, away from the website. So it was July 8th when I was successfully completed porting all of my family's emails and all of my business emails over to a new server. It was July 27th when I was able to get all the websites finally ported over. I found a new provider and was able to get the domains moved over, and the websites technically went live, but I'm still working on trying to get the artwork and everything back up. Crazy Kudu has been put on hold for a while, so I'm really not doing anything with that. But Kudu Animation Studios, as time permits, I've been going in and trying to get the site back up. Hopefully that'll be sooner than later. Most recently, it was July 30th when I was trying to render out an animation test on my Mac when I realized that the updates that Tahoma 2D has put out are not allowing rendering on the Silicon Macs. This is an issue that's around. Matter of fact, on their website, they don't even have the download for the Silicon Mac version anymore. Their recommendation is to use the Rosetta portal to allow older software to work through the new silicon-based Macs. Unfortunately, Apple has also said that on their next update, they will no longer support Rosetta, which puts me into the conundrum of what do I do now? I have spent a lot of time learning how to use Tahoma 2D. I could continue using it on my laptop, but it's just not as powerful. My Mac has always been my go-to for actually doing animations and rendering them out. I actually enjoyed using Tahoma 2D. It follows an animation pipeline pretty well. There's a lot of advanced features, a lot of things that I haven't even touched yet. Just beginning to really feel comfortable in it, and this has happened. I don't see a solution in the near future. Reading on the website, reading on Reddit, and a number of other sites, I don't know if Tahoma 2D team is going to have this issue fixed anytime in the near future. With that said, I unfortunately am stuck with the problem of, do I downgrade and try using older software and hope for the best, or do I pick something else and move forward? With that said, I have looked into it. I've said numerous times on here that I want to focus, at least for the time being, on 2D animation, but I'm looking into Blender. They have the grease pencil feature, which is 2D animation. A lot of 2D features. One that I was really critical with is vector and raster images, which are both allowed in grease pencil as well as onion skinning. I'm looking into that to see if that is the direction I want to go. It is open source. There's a huge community, so it may be the route to go. I used Blender years ago, right after they bought all their software back from Not a Number, so we're looking at more than 20 years ago. It may be the route to go though. I know the software's changed a lot, but the development community is extremely strong. And not only that, but they support Windows, Linux, older versions of Mac, as well as Silicon Mac. So there should be absolutely no issues rendering things out. It's just going to be the learning curve of getting back into that software. I have also found a piece of software called FumoPen. It is a slimmed down trimmed animation software. Honestly, just my initial looking at it, it looks like it is more adjacent to Adobe Animate than anything I've seen along the way. With the comfort level I had with Adobe Animate, this may be a direction to go. The only problem is I kind of wanted to stick with open source software, and this is not. It is actually a development team of one from what I can find out, which may or may not be problematic down the road. It is a $20 buy once software, so $20 and I could have it for the Mac, $20 more I could have it for my PC. I think probably this week what I'm going to end up doing is downloading a trial version of FumoPen and downloading Blender and trying Grease Pencil and trying FumoPen and see what happens. So the short goal for me is looking into some new software and starting over. Yay! Just one more roadblock. My goals for this channel and for this studio have not changed. I still want to turn this into a legitimate business. I am still learning animation. The fundamentals I think are there. A year's worth of growth, a year's worth of problems. Do I regret any of it? Absolutely not. I have made a lot of strides in my knowledge in animation. The fact that I was able to switch software already and continue on, and twice I guess if you look at animation and video editing, and the prospect of doing it again is here. So what am I looking for in year two? I'm going to stick with the manifesto. I am going to try to bring joy to everybody, one frame at a time. It's a lot of struggle, but my work hopefully will become somebody's greatest memory someday. And I have said this before, rather than trying to hide problems, I started this channel to document what is going on with it, and I'm going to continue doing that. So moving forward this year, initial goals is figure out what software I'm going to use, get back into actually doing weekly animation, getting them out to you guys to see. I need to get in the habit and start getting out my 2-minute silent shorts. That is goal number one. My goal number two was to actually have the Christmas short for Eep and Doodle out for this Christmas. I am going to say that is not going to happen this year. So that is on my charts for next year. I would actually like to have that finished sometime late spring, early summer. That way I could start promoting it, getting it ready, and having it available for you. And then I have a longer term project after that I will have to reveal to you in another episode. So all of that said, year one is behind us. We're moving into year two. Please do what Jerry's doing down here. Hop on that subscribe button, join the herd, and we will see you next week making animations frame by frame.